bang.
I ain't taking nothing but win.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Unscripted Sports Show. MoneyE here, back with the 2026 NL preview and predictions. Yes, it's that time of the year again. Baseball is here. It starts next week. So when you listen to the season starts next Wednesday, I believe. Netflix premieres the Dodgers versus not the Dodgers, Yankees, the Giants on Netflix. I think that's the only game on next week. Let me see. Sure. What day is opening day? Yep. March 25th, opening day, showdown between the Yankees and Giants. Others played the first game at some point over the next following two. Yeah, so Yankees and Giants, that's Wednesday, the 25th on Netflix. That's the only game that's Wednesday, but then the next day is the opening day for the rest. Either Thursday or Friday, the 26th or 27th is for the rest of the teams. But opening day, the night, I should say, because the Yankees and Giants in San Francisco is next week. That's Wednesday. That's the only game that's Wednesday. It's no more ESPN. So Netflix is debuting. MLB is debuting on Netflix, and it'll be on Peacock on NBC, and I think Amazon Prime too this year, and Fox, of course. So no more ESPN. NBC took over that Sunday night slot, which I'm happy about because I despise ESPN passion have for the last 15 years. So I'm glad NBC is taking the Sunday night slot. So it's Sunday night baseball, Sunday night basketball, Sunday night football, NBC. I love NBC. NBC, I think, is the best sports channel, and along with Fox, those two are the best. Just glad that MLB is on Fox now, on NBC. So my four favorite sports on NBC. I wish NHL was back on NBC, but the ESPN took that. So, but yeah, my top four sports are on NBC. So I like NBC. My favorite shows are on NBC. So I'm just an NBC guy. It sucks that WWE went away from Peacock, since then you had that. But with that said, hold on. With that said, this is just the NL preview and predictions, just predicting the divisions and previewing the divisions and giving my record for each team. The AL will be we'll do that. I'll do that later this week. These are, I'll do that later this week, and then I'll do a playoff predictions and future best bets for the season, and then next week, probably next Monday, or hopefully next Monday, be my preseason power rankings. This year, I am going to do all 30 teams. That's the plan, unless I change my mind again. But I plan on doing all 30 teams because I can do a tier list now. So I'm going to do that. And with that said, let's do the NL East. Let's share this. I'm going to share. Only doing the NL East. Let's see, NL East moves. Let's start with Braves. Who did they sign this offseason? Robert Suarez for their close. I'm assuming he's going to be their closer. Sung Kim, they re-signed him. Mike Zemsky, they signed him. Re-signed him, and they traded for Martin Dubon for the Astros. Martin Perez, I think it's a minor league deal or MLB deal. Jose Montero. Those are their off-season moves. Let me see if I can find what they're projected. Let's see. Oh, wait. NL East Braves. We're switching here. So, Robert Acuna, Ozzie, Olsen, Riley, Baldwin, Ham, Harris, White, and Devon. Okay. So Zemsky will be off the bench. Rotation. Chris Sale, Spencer, Lopez, Holmes, and Eldver. So Spencer will open the season on a DL after a right elbow. So yeah, that's their depth. That's the Braves. I will review the stuff happened. On the Marlins. They traded for Owen Cass from the Cubs, Fred Brinks, Christopher Morton from the Dodgers, Chris Brownick, and John King. Substitute, they let Edwin Cabrera go. He got traded to the Cubs. Ryan Waters got traded to the Yankees. And did the Braves let anybody go? Junior went to the Pirates. Alex Marsh went to the Angels. Okay. Now the opening day lineup for the Marlins. So this is Xavier Edwards. Here come Christopher. So okay, they have a decent lineup. Griffin, yeah. I mean, it's not anything to be right home about, but here's their line. Sandy's back. Perez, Meyer, Chris Panic. Oh, they're gonna use him as a starter. And then Brendan Garrett. Okay. Now to the Mets. We all know what they did. Release the free agents that were let go. I don't understand the free agents. Oh, free agents that are still free agents, I think. So leaders. Okay. Then Bush. Yeah, this one will piss me off. Bushette. Yeah, Bo Bichette went to the Mets after it was reported that he was going to go to the Phillies, and then in the last minute, the Mets swooped in because they lost Kyle the day before, a couple days before, the day before, I forget, to the Dodgers. So the Mets swooped in and got the Bouchette. We were on the verge of signing Bouchette, at least according to reports. And then you got Freddie Peralta from the Brewers, Luis Roberts from the White Sox, Marcus Stroman for the Rangers. So they got, and then Jorge Polanco to play first base. Bouchette's going to play third. Freddie Peralta is going to be their ace. We have Devin Williams, which is ironic because his downfall started against the Mets, and now he signs with the Mets. Ironic, right? That's very ironic. Luke Weaver, Luis Garcia, Craig Kimbrell. They really signed Craig Kimbrell. There's some notable names here, and then they lost Pete Alonso, of course, to the Orioles. That's why Jorge Polanco was playing first. The Edwin Diaz to the Dodgers. What else is new? Traded Brendan Nimmo to the Rangers. Jeff Neal to the A's. Tyler Rogers went to the Blue Jays. Ryan Hensley went to the Orioles. Marte went to the Royals. Seth Ramon went to the Rays, which is ironic. Those are the notable names. Now the lineup. Lindor, Soto, Bouchette, Polanco's gonna be their cleanup hitter. Robert, I don't know that. Can he stay healthy? And then you got Brett, and then you got Simonin, Alvarez, and Taylor. Yeah. On paper, the lineup looks good. Make the first 4 hitters, and then Robert is iffy. Simonin, I think he should be on top, number 5, number 6, but we'll see. Now the rotation, led by Freddie Peralta, Nate McLean. Let's see how he does in his second season. Clay Holmes, Sean Manaea, David Peterson, and Singa. So they have a 6-man rotation. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the Mets are the Mets. We'll see where I put them. And now the Nationals. They traded for Harry Ford. That Lata they didn't really do much. They lost. That's right. I didn't realize they traded Mackenzie Gore. Shoot, I missed that. Wow, they traded Mackenzie Gore to the Rangers, Jose to the Mariners, Josh Bell to the Twins, and Don to the Yankees. Maybe I have to change my predictions for the Rangers. I might have to. I think I have them in second. Oops. I don't know what I have. We're just talking out loud. But yeah. Yeah. I'm not doing that yet, so we'll see. I'll do with the Rangers. I start to look at it. Now the rotation in lineup. Lineup for the Nationals, CJ, Dylan, James, Luis Garcia. Not bad. And the Phillies played the Rangers the first game of the season, so we played Mackenzie Gore. And they had Mackenzie Gore and Jake DeGrom. Here's the rotation. Nothing to sneeze home about, but a decent rotation. Man. I think it's a solid rotation, actually. Nothing, no big names, but I think they can be solid. Now the Phillies, my team, the Phillies, representing Max Kepler. It's a free agent. They re-signed Kyle Schwarber, re-signed JT Romero, bring back Brad Keller, Adoris Garcia, Johnson Baldwin, Kyle. Yep, no big names. Blah blah blah. Ranger went to the Red Sox. Hayes and Banner went to the Giants. Nick Castellanos got released and went to the Padres. Traded Matt Strong to the Royals. Jordan Romero went to the Angels. David retired again. And then Walker Brewer went to the Padres. On the lineup: Trey Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Bohm, Marsh, Garcia, Scott, JT, and Justin Crawford. Justin Crawford will be our center fielder, everyday center fielder, at least for the time being. And then Marsh number 5. I don't know about I guess when I get play MLB show, either trading Marsh and Bohm for Duran, because I think Duran would be better, but we'll see. Now the rotation: Christopher Sanchez, Jordan Lorenzo, Aaron Nola, Taiwan Walker, and Andrew Painter will be in the rotation. So we have Painter and Crawford making their debuts this season. Opening day, I'm excited. I'm waiting for these two to be called up, and then Aiden Miller hopefully will be called up this year too. The next set of young guys in this Phillies system hopefully will help this team get over the hump, get into the World Series, and win it all. And Harper can finally win the World Series. One is hoping Zach Wheeler will start the season on the DL. He's not expected to be in an open day. I seem to be extra cautious. It's possible that will begin the season in rotation. It could be the opportunity to Painter to secure a permanent slot moving forward. They're giving Walker another chance. I mean, he did well last year. I mean, in rotation, Wheeler will probably take a spot, and then Painter will be the 5th guy, and then Walker will be the unquote 6th guy, and he'll be in bullpen if we need him. So I don't mind having Walker back. Now to the that's it. That's it for the Phillies. So now let's let's show off the in 5th place. I have the Miami Marlins at 77-85. I think they're gonna have a better season than people think. I have them winning 77 games. Maybe I'm too high on them, maybe too much high on them, but yeah, 77, 82, 85. Nets, Washington Nationals. I have them winning 80 games, 80 and 82. I think they can get close. I think they can fight for a playoff this year. I really do. So we'll see. I think they're in that position to make a playoff run. Now, the Atlanta Braves at number 3, 87-75. Will after making the playoffs, we'll see when I reveal the playoff seedings. But I have them winning 87 games, bouncing back. I think they have a good team. They still have their core team, besides Ojuna, and I think that's a good Good thing, because I think Ozuna was a bad thing for them at times. But next, I have the Philadelphia Phillies at 88 and 74. Didn't make a big splash in the offseason besides resigning JT and Kyle, which is fine. But this is the same team from the last couple years, which the fan base, including myself, didn't want, but they're running it back. We'll see. Then I have the New York Mets winning the division. They are the favorite, I think. I have to look at the odds, but they are I think they are the favorite. I have them win 91 games, winning the division by 3 games at 91-71. So that's the NL East, now the NL Central time. Yep, NL Central time. Yep. Now the Brewers. Brennan Warder, they resigned. We got Jet Williams from the Mets in that trade. Brennan, we got a couple guys from the Mets. Kyle Henderson from the Red Sox. David Hamilton from the Red Sox. Angel. Gary Sanchez. They traded Freddie Peralta. What did they get from the Red Sox? Rich Hoskins went to the Guardians. These are the situations. They got Jordan Montgomery, it's okay. I don't think the Brewers are going to be as good as they were last year, but we'll see. This is their lineup. Solid lineup. We'll see what happens in the rotation. The kid, who I think is going to be good. I think they have a solid rotation. Some young guys, some veterans. I mean, Brandon's a veteran, so I think they're do okay. Now, see the Cardinals. They got Dustin May. Not really any great trade, but they traded Wilson Contreras to the Red Sox, Sonny Gray to the Red Sox, Nolan to the D-backs, Brendan Donovan in the 3-team trade with the Mariners and Rays, Mike Masson to the Nationals, and John King to the Marlins. That's who they lost. Now they're yeah. And then realized I didn't do that. So now back to this. Cardinals lineup. No more Goldsmith, no more Nolan. You have the other Nolan now. He's the Nolan in St. Louis now. You have a young team. We'll see what happens. This is the rotation. Some young guys. So we'll see. St. Louis. Now. As Bregman, Edwin Cabrera, re-signed Soto Imaga. I can't pronounce the name, sorry. Hunter Harvey. Cubs did pretty well. And you will see why I picked them where I picked them and how many games I picked them to win. They lost Kyle Tucker. Obviously, Brad Keller. Carlos Santana. They lost some guys, but they got some guys. Now, the lineup. Pretty solid lineup. I like this lineup. Don't forget PCA. They have a good lineup. I actually love this lineup. Solid lineup, solid rotation. I think they're gonna be good. And don't forget, they are gonna get Justin Steele back. They're gonna get some depth back from the rotation. Justin Steele is their big one, who's their number 1 or number 2. So getting him back will be big. Now the Pirates. Yay. So they got Brandon Loaf in 3-team trade with the Rays and Astros, Ryan O'Hare, Ozuna. So they got pretty decent guys. Andrew McCutchen, I thought he was gonna retire, but he went to the Rangers. Okay. Yeah, those are the guys. On the rotation. Cruz, Ozuna's they're gonna be their solid lineup actually. Solid lineup. Skeens, Keller, Chin. So they have a good I think they have a good rotation actually. I think the Pirates could be a sneaky team this year. Now the Reds. They brought back Suarez. He used to be a Red. Brought him back. Pierre Johnson, Nick Lowe. What they have some solid guys. JJ. He lost some guys, but everybody loses guys. Not a lineup. Solid lineup. I like this lineup. Rotation. You got Albert, Nick, Brad, Brady Singer, Loader, and Chase Burns. I'm assuming I believe a young guy. Hunter Green's going to come back. He'll start season on DL in the IL. He'll be the 4th or 5th spot, replacing Burns. So yeah, he'll be in that rotation mid-season. Now the NL West, probably the best division in the NL. So we'll start with D-backs. They traded for Nolan. They re-signed Zach Allen. Re-signed Warner Kelly. So I think they traded him and then they got him back. Soroka, Carson, Santana, James McCann, Paul C. Okay. I thought they were going to re-sign Paul Goldschmidt, but they didn't. So, guys they traded. Now, rotation. I mean, the lineup. Pretty solid lineup. Rotation. Pretty solid, actually. Pretty solid. And don't forget that Corbin Burns is coming back from Tommy John. And then Martin Kelly won't be ready for opening day either. But yeah. I got to show you the standings for the Central. So the Pirates I have at 70 and 92. I think they can get to 70 wins this year. The Brewers, no. 1, 2, 3. Oops, did I forget the 4th team? Yeah, I forgot the 4th team. Who is the 4th team in the St. Louis Cardinals? So, hold on. The St. Louis Cardinals winning 72 games. Then I have the Milwaukee Brewers finishing 3rd here at 84 wins, 84 and 78, missing out on the playoffs. I just think they lost their ace. I don't know if their lineup is gonna be consistent enough to do what they did last year. And then the Reds, I have winning 86 games and being in the playoff race. The Brewers will be in the playoff race. I'll tell you that. Yeah, they will be in the playoff race. And Cincinnati will too. This will be a 3-team race up until August, I think. And then I have the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs finishing at 91-71, winning the NL Central, bouncing back from last year, winning 91 games and winning the Central. So that is the NL Central. Now back to the NL West. This freaking 2-time champion Dodgers. 2-time back-to-back champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yay. Won the championship last year again, beating the Toronto Blue Jays in 7 games, capturing their second title in their one back-to-back. They won their second title in a row, winning back-to-back, and now they just have another. They just added more to this team, and they're the favorites to win again, of course, right? They signed Kyle Tucker. They signed Edwin Diaz. Two big names. They signed Kyle Tucker is the big one. Edwin Diaz. They secured their closer. They secured their left fielder or right fielder, wherever Kyle Tucker's going to play. I'm not sure. We'll find out with the lineups. And then Kiki Hernandez. He brought back Miguel Rojas. Brought back Evan Phillips. They brought back. So yeah, the Dodgers just keep on trucking. Didn't lose much. Who cares who they lost? Now to the rotation and lineups for the Dodgers. Let's see this incredible lineup. Ohtani, Kyle Tucker, Mookie Betts. Mookie moves down to third in the lineup. Freddie moves down to third in the cleanup. Will Smith, Muncy, Hernandez moved to 7. He used to be 6th or 5th. And Andy Pias, and then Miguel Rojas. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't secure their second base, but wow. Yeah, wow, right? Now their rotation. That's the rotation. And they don't even have a left hander. They still have Blake Snell and Gavin Stone, who are going to come off and be in that rotation later. Who are they going to replace? Probably, wow. They still have Gavin Stone and Blake Snell both coming back, and they can trade Gavin Stone for the second baseman if they needed to. Yeah, the Dodgers are Dodgers. They are. Yeah. What else is there saying about the Dodgers? There's nothing much to say other than greatness. Harrison Bader, Luis Alvarez, Tyler. Giants did pretty well, and then Justin Verlander. They lost back to the Dodgers, and now the rotation lineup. They have a solid lineup. Luis moved back to the second base, his natural position. Rafael Devers is first baseman. It's ironic that he didn't want to play first base in Boston, and now he's a first baseman. Willie Adames, Matt Chapman, Chu Hong Lee. Yeah, they have a pretty good lineup. Their rotation: Logan Webb, brought back Robbie Ray, Tyler. Their lineup is pretty good. Their rotation is pretty good too, I have to say. And now the Padres. Oh lordy, the Padres. They signed Michael King, Song. Got some good guys. Nick Castellanos. Yeah. They lost these guys, but they gained these guys. So pretty good. Let's see rotation. There's their lineup. Nick Castellanos is gonna be their DH. Yeah. They have all that. They have all righties. So they don't have a lefty. I'm intrigued. I might actually play as the Padres. I've always liked Cassie. I've always liked their lineup. No, I might play as them. But I don't know. I'm still gonna play as the Phillies, of course. But now probably the worst team in baseball, the Colorado Rockies. That's who they got. Mike Lorenzo, Will Castro. Not much. The Rockies lineup. Okay, Mickey Moniak is their DH. Yeah, they have a pretty solid line rotation that they could trade some pieces at the deadline, especially Kyle Freeland and Mike Lorenzo. Lorenzo pitched pretty well in the World Baseball Classic, so that's it for the NL. Where is it? Colorado Rockies have winning 55 games. I don't know how many games they won last year. I forgot how many games they won last year. Mm, 43 and 119. Ooh, they were bad. They were bad. Colorado Rockies winning more than they did last year, obviously, at 55 and 107. The Giants, as much as they did good in the offseason, it's just a stacked division. I have them winning 81 games and finishing at 500. They finished. Oh, I have them finishing with the same record as last year. I didn't even know that. 81 and 81 for the Giants. Wow. Okay. D-backs. I have them winning 82 games. And they won 80 and 82 last year. So I have them just reverse. And keep in mind, I didn't look at these records from last year. So I have Arizona winning 82 games, finishing third, missing the playoffs. I have the Padres winning 95 games this year. I like their team. They won 90 last year. I have them winning 95 games and then finishing second. And then the Dodgers, I have them winning 110 games. Their team is stacked. Their rotation is stacked. Their entire team is stacked. They still have prospects they can trade to add on, and yeah. So enough with the Dodgers talk. Sick and tired of the Dodgers. Now the seedings. The NL seedings. On the bottom line, let me see. Go to my notes here. So obviously, I have the Dodgers finishing as the number 1 seed. I have the Mets number 2, the Cubs number 3, the Padres number 4 as the top wild card, Phillies number 5 as the second wild card, and the Braves as the last wild card. I won't reveal who I have going to the World Series and who wins each series until my playoff predictions show. So I think that's it. I don't have anything else for the NL. Went over the offseason moves. I'll do the AL later this week, probably Wednesday. Yeah. It's a Dodgers league to win. They're the favorites in the NL, obviously. They're the favorites in the MLB, obviously. Can the Dodgers three-peat, or will they have injuries that will prevent them from winning a third one in a row? Can Ohtani stay healthy? can the rotation stay healthy? Because the rotation didn't stay healthy last year, and they still got to the World Series because the Phillies couldn't. Phillies had it. They should have won Game 4. They had won Game 4, came back to Philadelphia for Game 5. I believe in my heart they would have won Game 5, and the Phillies would have gone to the World Series last year. They would have beat. I think they would have beat the Brewers and gone to the World Series, and we'd be talking about the Phillies possibly be defending champions. But no, Phillies choked again, just like any other freaking Philadelphia team in this city chokes. So, yeah, I love the Phillies. I love my Philadelphia team, but I'm gonna be real. They choke year after year, especially the Phillies. I love the Phillies, always will, but they choked last year, and I'm not blaming Kirkland. That was just a bad play, bad communication, unfortunate play that cost them the series. I watched that when I was in Australia. I watched that live, and I was just numb. I was just numb after that. Keep in mind, it was like 11 a.m. in Australia when I was watching this. So I still had a whole day to ponder this. And yeah, it wasn't a good feeling being around on the other side of the world, watching your team, watching your hometown team, your favorite team that you loved for the last 30 years, lose the way they did. It was heartbreaking. It was sadness. It was anger. It was everything. I just felt bad. Most of all, I felt bad for Kirkland because I liked the guy. I liked the kid. And the way that he just, for one brief moment in time, he just hesitated and threw home instead of first base. And it cost them the series, cost them the season, ended their season. I just don't want to see that. And I hope Kirkland has a great season this year. I hope he bounces back and is a setup guy for Duran. I hope he makes the All-Star team. I hope he's a big impact player this year for the Phillies because that's what he needs. He needs to have a big season this year to bounce back because I don't blame him at all. It was just a bad decision in the moment, bad communication, and I don't want to ever be in that situation. I don't know. He just hesitated and just being in that moment, you don't know, you're thinking one thing and then you do the other thing. So I don't blame him. Don't blame the kid. And it happens. He's human. It happens. So I hope he has a bounce back season. I'm rooting for him and for all the fans that criticize him for doing that play and making fun of him or criticize him. You can F yourself. Not really, but he's a human. He's a human. He's human. So I don't blame the kid. But yeah, go F. Go blame somebody else for that loss. Don't blame him. And yeah, you can F off that bullshit. So later, guys.